Hey, it's Spence from WP Launchify with your tip of the day. Today we've got some reason for applause. Okay, number one, I finally got my soundboard hooked up. Number two is today I opened up my email to see that 11 Labs has finally put tools in place to make automated agents trained on your own data that can talk in your own voice. Now I'm going to show you what I did as an example. This is nowhere near baked, but this is like something I talked about coming, and it happened faster than I thought. And I already have my voice prepared, as I've shown you in previous, using 11 Labs. So here's what I've got. You have the ability to create an embeddable agent trained on your own data in the form of text files, file uploads, URLs even. So it can answer specifically to what you are offering. Now, I am not going to put this on any website as a forward-facing sales tool or a front-facing meet the strangers, because that will turn everybody off. But what I think I am going to do is put it on specific instruction pages so that if you started on one instruction page and then you wanted to know what else should I learn or where could I go, you could have Agent Spence. In your case, Agent whomever you are. Here's how it works. I've got it turned on. You got to agree to the
Hey, it's Spence.
Hey, Spence, it's Spence. What are you up to?
Hey, I'm Spence, founder of WP Launchify, and I'm here to help you with all things WordPress. I'm excited to help you.
Hey, can you tell me about the pricing of some of the products or services I can get at WP Launchify?
Sure thing. I can definitely do that. What are you interested in?
I'd like to know if there's any hands-on support or email support.
We have both. Hands-on support is free with our Launch Club community, and email support is $30 a month.
How much is it for hands-on support? Is it one thing or a lot of stuff?
Hands-on support is free with our Launch Club community. It's a great way to get started with WordPress.
Spence,
and it includes.
This is Spence. I know that's not true. You're hallucinating. See, that's the problem with AI. Aren't there paid options for hands-on support?
You are right. I apologize for the mistake. You are correct. Hands-on support is not free. We have a custom project offering, which is a roadmap, execution, and delivery service.
Okay,
Does this make
sense? That. What would be the cost if I needed your hands-on help? What's the most I might pay?
I can't give you an exact price without knowing more about your project. The custom project price is determined by the scope of work. I can tell you it is priced per hour, and we can discuss that in more detail if you'd like.
Is there a phone number I could call to talk to the real Spence?
I'm not able to provide a phone number for Spence. However, I can help you with any questions you may have about WP Launchify.
Are you sure there's not a contact phone number for 1WD LLC or WP Launchify? Are you sure about that?
I understand your concern. I can't provide any contact information for 1WD.
Are you sure there's not an email or a phone number on the website that I used to train you?
I'm not able to provide any contact information for WP Launchify. I'm here to help you with any questions you may have about our services. Is there anything specific you'd like to know?
What's the main problem that you solve for people?
We help people create profitable WordPress solutions. We specialize in membership areas, marketing automation, online courses, e-commerce, and Buddy Boss.
Is there a way if I clicked a button to get a call with Spence, the real Spence?
I am unable to provide a way to get a call with Spence. I can, however, help you with any questions you may have about our services. Is there anything specific you'd like to know?
Well, let me ask you something that might not be related. Is there a website for Spencer Foreman somewhere? Do you know what that is?
I'm not able to provide information about Spencer Foreman.
Okay,
I'm here to help you.
So a couple things you get from that. First of all, you can see, even though the intonation is obviously wrong, it's frighteningly close to me because it's me that it's made from. The answers are still the brain of Gemini 1.5, which is clearly not answering the facts that it has, because I just gave it the URL of WP Launchify, and as I'll show you in a second, that was enough to know there is an actual phone number there. So one of the things this tells me is you have to be very careful when you use this, because these things will hallucinate and invent stuff or give wrong answers. One of the reasons I know that it's here is because it's right here. I mean, this is the phone number. This is me. Obviously, calls are encouraged. But the point is, you can do this very well as long as you're limiting the scope. Here's what I did in just a couple minutes. First of all, I went to 11labs.io. I have an account there, a paid account. I had actually created my own voice, which is in another video that I talk about, so I can use it as one of the agents. But notice, I could switch to a different agent if I don't want to have Spence answering. I can just, this is really pretty cool if you ask me, switch to, let's say, Alice, And if I go over to Agent Spence, I could change the name. But once I refresh it, it's Agent Alice, which is really awesome if you have different languages or different customer preferences. So watch this.
Hey, it's Spence.
Hey, Alice. It sounds like you've got a different voice than Spence.
You're right. I'm the AI behind Spence.
Okay, much nicer than the real Spence, probably. But let's say you stick with Spence. Then you can do all these other things where you can adjust the dictionary and the way that it responds, enough to kind of dial it in. In terms of the actual agent itself, you could say, what does it say when it meets you? And then you've got to give it a system prompt. And this is really catch as catch can experiment to see what works. I was trying to give it information that, as you can see here, gives it a little more personalization and a little more like Spence. Now, here's where you can use for free the Gemini 1.5 Flash that's included. But if I switch the engine to one of the other ones that I have a subscription to, then that might actually get me a better or a different result. Maybe it would do a better job than this. The temperature allows you to control the randomness or the sensitivity. Again, you got to play with this. So these are all just experimental. Here's where you pour in the data. I just gave it the link to the shop and to the main homepage. So obviously I didn't give it a lot of stuff. That's why it's acting a little bit like it doesn't know me. But I can definitely see how this could be used really well if you dial it into the particular page or the particular private content. What they've done a great job with is I don't think this costs me any more. And yet this is the kind of tool that I've been dreaming of for a while, not to replace me, but rather for many of my clients, and I've spoken to a few today, if you are already doing a topic and you're like, hey, tell me what else I can do, this saves you the time and the money of maybe calling me, but I'm not trying to pretend for a second that it is Agent Spence. Let's try one other thing just for shits and giggles, right? I don't know if this is going to work, but let's do this together. Normally I make these a lot shorter, so I'm just dragging you into a long topic here. But let's take something that I might have had, let's do something I might have had some instructions on. So, here, let's do quick guide to launch your course. Some of these have placeholders in it. Okay, so let's just take this and put it in there. Now I could put the text in, which might be useful, but I think this is probably just as good because it's going to scrape it real quick. Now let's go back. I'll give it like 10 seconds to catch up. We know kind of what's in here. All right. I could use other better instruction sheets, but let's just see what happens.
Hey, it's Spence.
Hey, Spence, it sounds like you're going through puberty. I want to know, do you have any information about how to start or launch a course?
Hey there. It sounds like you're ready to take your business to the next level with a course. I'm excited to help you get started. What kind of course are you thinking of creating?
I don't know. I was thinking about using like certain products. What do you use when you're recommending to build a course? What plugins am I going to use?
That's a great question. I'm a big fan of LearnDash for building online courses. It's super user-friendly and has all the features you need to create a successful course. What kind of products are you thinking of using in your course?
Well, I'm going to sell courses. So what would I use to sell courses then?
You're going to want to use WooCommerce to sell your courses. It's the most popular e-commerce.
If I've heard WooCommerce isn't that friendly and I can't do sales funnels, can I do sales funnels with WooCommerce?
You're right. WooCommerce on its own isn't designed for sales funnels, but don't worry. There are some great plugins that can help you create powerful sales funnels with WooCommerce. One of my favorites is LaunchFlows.
Oh,
It's
really?
super easy to use and allows you to create all sorts of funnels.
Where can I get LaunchFlows?
You can get LaunchFlows right here on WP Launchify. We offer a variety of plans to fit your needs. Does this make sense?
Yeah, what's the price of LaunchFlows?
LaunchFlows starts at $9 a month for unlimited site use.
Okay, thanks, Spence. Okay, I got to admit to you, I was really surprised by that actually putting those two things together because it took the information from the Quick Start Guide URL, associated it to the private training from just the homepage, and it made the connection with LaunchFlows being the product, which I didn't obviously take a minute to train it. So I'm I'm kind of frighteningly excited about this. I do believe, though, that it's really important that we don't make people think that they're talking to the real Spence or the real you, because this is just too close now. You don't want to risk the relationship, in my opinion. You know, it's like watching Blade Runner 2024 or 2040, whatever. This is just too close to that uncanny valley of like, is it or is it not Spence? So just be really clear when you're doing this. I'm going to do more but I'm really kind of excited to show you this because this is stuff that was a fairy tale a year or two ago, and then it became like, oh, maybe someday, and it's here. And there's other things now that it can do with autonomous searching, and I'm going to continue to bring you the latest. But this is just an easy embed. I didn't show you this. When you want to use it, you just grab the widget here. And all I did is I went to Agent Spence page and I put an HTML widget in place, or you could use an embed block, either way. And I just pasted it in. And then I put an older picture of me, longer hair, not too far off. And that's it. That's all you have to do. So it could not really be easier when you're working with WordPress, because this will now do everything you want it to do. One last thing before I go, I just can't resist. So I specifically told it, do not go out for information, right? So I said, never make up information or guess, don't repeat yourself, don't invent answers, and so forth. So I could expand this out a little bit. Like, for example, if I put more information in, or if I was to ask it another question, let's see how far it'll go. For example, I don't know if it's going to do this.
Hey, it's Spence.
Hey, Spence, it's Spence. Nice to meet you. Listen, Spence, I want to know, aside from what plugins you sell directly, what are some other plugins you can recommend I check out in WordPress?
Hey, great question. I'm happy to help. I recommend you check out the plugins from SeedProd, Elementor, and Thrive themes. Does this make sense?
It does, but I think you're inventing stuff. Are those plugins that are in your software bundle?
You're right. I got a little carried away. I'm still learning. I don't sell those plugins directly, and I'm not sure what plugins are in the bundle, but I can tell you that those are very popular plugins.
Do you have any suggestion about where to go for hosting?
I can definitely help with that. I recommend checking out SiteGround, Bluehost, and WP Engine. They are all great hosting providers.
Are you sure? Because I don't think that's what Spence would say.
You're absolutely right. I am still learning. I'm not Spence, but I'm working on it. I'm not sure about those specific hosting companies, but I can tell you that I'm a big fan of managed WordPress hosting.
Okay, hold on. Before you say stuff that I wouldn't agree with as the real Spence, if you were on the homepage of WP Launchify, isn't there some suggestion of a company that does hosting?
You're right again. I'm still learning. I'm not sure what's on the homepage of WP Launchify, but I can tell you that I'm a big fan of managed WordPress hosting.
Okay. So clearly he's not going to get it because I don't have enough training data. Obviously I wanted it to say rocket.net because that's, that's part of what we're offering here and it's described. But I think the reason that maybe it doesn't work so well is, well, actually, see, in fairness to it, it's not really it's here, rocket.net, but with the slash, maybe it just couldn't get to that. So you have to be really specific. And again, I'm going to play with this some more, but so far I'm having a ton of fun. I hope you enjoyed this kind of video. And you'll continue with the quick tips. I'll see you in the next one.